My name is Helen Blakely, and I am healing from narcissistic abuse from my dear husband. Only had 3 minutes, so I'm gonna jump right into the story. I forgot to tell the story. This is one of the worst things my husband has done to me. I'm gonna leave a lot of pieces out of it for the sake of the time. But I definitely put this story out there. I remember when I had my sons. My sons were, one was a few years old, and one was 5 months. Okay, I was still breastfeeding, and I remembered. Um, I was in the room in the apartment at the time. I was in the room and I recall a knock at the door. I didn't think much about it because my husband, his whole family lives in the area. So I'm like, well, maybe they pulling up to get something, need something, or whatever the case may be. It wasn't unusual. My husband was on no, he was not speaking to me for weeks. If he doesn't get his way, he will go silent on me. That was one of his tactics. Anyway, fast forward, he came into the room and said, someone's at the door for you. I'm like, who's at the door for me? Late at night. It was like 9:30 at night. Okay. I went to the door. It was police. Mind you, the police officer was very cordial. They was very nice. And I'm like, okay. They said, yeah, we have a protection order, restraining order. It was temporary. What? Listen, y'all. I don't fight anybody. I don't even like to argue. I don't like drama. I don't like any of that. Listen, state your piece, state what you have to say. We can have the most cordial conversation ever. I was just shocked. Okay. I'm like, okay, why? I had so many questions. I'm like, why? And I'm like, my sons, and they were kids, but the little kids, they were small. He's like, he looked at the paper. He said, my husband listed them. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I had to go travel across state line because my family wasn't in the state. Okay. So I had to go, and let me tell y'all, that was a temporary order. So I had to go to the main one, which was a week later. I couldn't have contact with my kids. Nothing. All right. I didn't even know what was going on. I felt like I laid on that couch in my parents' living room for like a week into the final order, the final hearing. I felt like I was dying out. That whole week was just awful. My aunt gave me $5,000 for a lawyer. We pulled up on him. We pulled up. We pulled up. But anyway, what happened at the end is that they threw the whole case out. It was they threw the whole case out. And the judge said, you seem like you're the aggressor. That's what he told my husband at the time.